Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I want you to hear this young lady's take on the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show.
So shout out to Kendrick Lamar because Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance was an exact replica of what Kendrick Lamar did last year. All the different scenes, the different vignettes told a different theatrical story, and then they came together at the end for this joyous moment. That was exactly what Kendrick Lamar did last year. The only difference, it was Spanish language. So I'm guessing the producer said, hey, we're going to make you look good. You're going to put your pieces into this blueprint and it's going to pop. So shout out to Black Americans. It's Black History Month. We are always the standard. Culture runs through Black Americans. And shout out to us for always putting something together that other cultures want to copy. The performance was, nothing to write home about at all. Yeah, it was uninspiring. I actually would have liked to have seen him bring Cardi B out, and I'm not a Cardi B fan. So I give it a 6. Yeah.
So this is pretty typical of what Black Americans are saying. Some really liked the show, some did not. Many people are on social media scolding Black Americans for saying they didn't like the show. And all I want to say is Black Americans have a right to their likes and dislikes just like anybody else. But why are Black Americans dragging the halftime show? Because many are. So let's talk about that. So I'm just going to start with this. Black Americans are the reason the modern Super Bowl halftime show even exists. So when Black Americans critique it, it hits different. Now, it isn't about language or genre, it's about ownership, history, and who gets centered on America's biggest stage. So when you are the foundation of something, you have a right to your opinion about it. Black Americans are the reason why there is a modern Super Bowl halftime show. So Black Americans should be commended because we are the group in America with a boldness to dance to the beat of our own drum. Back in 1992, Black American viewers literally left the Super Bowl at halftime to watch In Living Color. The NFL's halftime program that year, Winter Magic, was built around figure skating, snowflake costumes, and a Gloria Estefan performance. It was slow, nostalgic, and aimed at the in stadium crowd, not TV viewers. Contemporary reporting describes it as monotone, cheesy, and disconnected from youth culture. At the same time, In Living Color, loud, fast, black, and culturally current, aired a live special designed specifically to pull viewers away from the Super Bowl. Fox marketed it aggressively, even running ads telling people exactly when to switch channels. The show promised comedy, hip hop energy, and a color me bad performance at the height of their popularity. The result was historic. About 11% of the Super Bowl's nearly 80 million viewers switched over, the first time the NFL ever lost audience during halftime. That's why Americans tuned out. The NFL wasn't speaking to them, but Living Color was. So Black people single handedly changed the Super Bowl halftime show. So fast forward to today, when a halftime show is almost entirely in Spanish, culturally specific, and not aimed at the audience that literally saved the event. Some Black Americans feel like, hold on, we built this, we kept this relevant, and now we're being treated like optional. That's not hate, that's boundaries. And that's what we're doing, setting boundaries. Some people might call this cultural tension, and they might be right. Because for decades, Black Americans have been expected to be the universal audience, to clap for everybody, support everybody, understand everybody's culture, even when the favor isn't returned. But now people are drawing lines. If it's not for us, we're not pretending it is. Furthermore, when you feel ownership over something you helped build, you critique differently. You have to look at it differently. You have to look at where it started from and where it is at this point. And if you're not satisfied with it, you should say so. You're not required to like somebody just because somebody else likes them or somebody tells you you're supposed to like them. Black Americans have free agency just like everybody else to like what we like and not like what we don't like. We have spoiled the world. We have people thinking that they are entitled to our support and our advocacy, whether they like us or not, or whether they respect us or not. So it's up to us to change things. And that looks like what we're doing. So here's what we're working with. Bad Bunny delivered a 13-minute Spanish dominant, culturally rich performance that critics widely described as symbolic, historic, and visually stunning. He turned Levi's Stadium into a full Puerto Rican landscape: sugarcane fields, casitas, domino tables, baragua carts, and used the moment to celebrate Pan American unity. Now, this worked for many, many viewers, but for many more, it did not work, and for many of those were Black Americans, pure and simple. Critics called it a cultural game changer, emphasizing how boldly it centered Latin identity without compromise. Fans praised the pride and symbolism. Many said it felt like Puerto Rico was placed on the world stage with dignity and joy. Yes, on a stage that was built by Black Americans' boldness and agency. So now let's get to the bottom line. This isn't about one artist. It's not about Bad Bunny. It's about a deeper question: who gets to be American on America's biggest stage? And who gets treated like a guest in a house they helped build? That's the real conversation happening underneath the jokes and the dragging. You don't have to love or hate the show to understand the reaction. But if you ignore the history, you'll miss the whole point. This modern Super Bowl halftime show was built by Black Americans. So if anybody has a right to critique the show, it's Black Americans. Because that show was in Spanish, many Black Americans felt somewhat, I won't say alienated, but disconnected, because America is primarily an English speaking country. But many, many people, white and Black, felt disconnected from a halftime show that was done entirely in Spanish. And people have a right to express their opinion. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.